Today we're doing something that might start more debates than pineapple on pizza. Lake Mary versus Oviedo. Which is the better place to live on Orlando's north side? I've lived here my whole life and been in the real estate game for over 30 years. So I've seen both cities grow from sleepy small towns into two of the most desirable suburbs in Florida. Now, if you're relocating to Orlando, looking for top-rated schools, or finally escaping the Southside madness for something a little more civilized, you've probably narrowed it down to these two. Smart move. But here's the problem. Every agent will tell you they're both amazing and that you can't go wrong. And that's not entirely true. You absolutely can go wrong if you pick the one that doesn't fit your lifestyle. So today, I'm breaking down the differences. No fluff, no agent speak, no commission breath. Just the real differences that'll save you from buyer's remorse. There's no perfect winner here, but one of these might be perfect for you. Let's get into it. Schools are huge for families relocating here, so let's start there. Both areas crush it in Seminole County, one of Florida's top districts. No Southside slumps here. Lake Mary High School has strong academics, good sports programs. They just won the state 7A football championship last weekend. And frankly, it's got that polished, affluent school vibe. The feeder schools, Heathrow Elementary, Markham Woods Middle, Rock Lake Middle, Greenwood Lakes Middle, Lake Mary Elementary, Woodlands Elementary, all solid. Great for STEM-focused kids. Homes north of Lake Mary Boulevard in Lake Mary are zoned for Seminole High and Sanford. That's the home of the International Baccalaureate Program, the Academy of Health Careers, and the Aviation Academy. Both Lake Mary and Seminole High are currently rated B by the state. Oviedo has Oviedo High School, rated A, also excellent. Maybe slightly less shiny than Lake Mary High, but the academics are right there with it. Hagerty High School also serves parts of Oviedo, and that's another A-rated strong option, and the highest rated school in the county. And just like Lake Mary, feeder schools for Oviedo and Hagerty are all solid options. A small section of Oviedo is zoned for Lake Howell High, also rated A, but it's a little less sought after than Oviedo High or Hagerty High. The real difference? Lake Mary schools feel a bit more competitive, pressure cookerish. Oviedo feels slightly more laid back while still being high performing. Your kid will get a great education either way. Pick based on which pressure level fits your family. For what it's worth, let's look at Niche.com's 2025 best suburbs to live in the Orlando area. Number one, they've got Heathrow. Heathrow is actually a subdivision in Lake Mary. It's not a suburb. And Oviedo, they've got number two, Lake Mary, number three. If you switch to best suburbs to raise a family, they've got Oviedo number one, Heathrow number two. Again, Heathrow is in Lake Mary, and Lake Mary number three. The reason they've got Oviedo number one is they rate the public schools A+ there, and in Lake Mary, they rate the public schools A. Both communities have an overall grade of A+, just for what it's worth. Look, if your kid's a future rocket scientist, Lake Mary's got the launch pad. If they prefer chicken raising as an elective, Oviedo. So where are these spots and how's the drive to Orlando? Both are in Seminole County, about 20 miles north of downtown, prime for ditching South Orlando's gridlock without feeling isolated. Lake Mary sits right on I-4, close to the 417 and 429 junction, and also has Sunrail access. If you're working at one of the corporate offices up there, AAA, Verizon, AT&T, Liberty Mutual, Deloitte, whatever, you're golden. If you're commuting into downtown Orlando, you're looking at 38 minutes by train or 25 to 40 minutes by car, depending on I-4's move. And I-4 is always in a move. Oviedo is further east. You're closer to 417, which honestly is a better drive than I-4 most days. Your commute to downtown Orlando is similar to Lake Mary, 25 to 30 minutes. But if you work on the east side at UCF, the Research Park, Siemens, or Lockheed Martin, Oviedo cuts your drive time significantly. Bottom line, Lake Mary drivers battle I-4. Oviedo drivers battle, well, other Oviedo drivers who still haven't mastered the art of the roundabout. As of right now, Lake Mary is more expensive. Not by a fortune, but enough that you'll notice. The year-to-date median single-family home sales price in Lake Mary is $582,500, while Oviedo's is around $560,000. Why? Lake Mary has that corporate polish. It's got the office parks, the headquarters, the master plan communities with all the amenities. It's designed to be more upscale. More master plan communities like Heathrow, Temaquan, Alaqua Lakes, and Magnolia Plantation. More gated options. Oviedo gives you a little more house for your money, more newer home opportunities, and you're not paying the Lake Mary premium. Here's my take. If you want that country club lifestyle and newer everything, Lake Mary is your spot. If you want solid value and you don't need your neighborhood to look like a resort brochure, Oviedo wins on price to value. Lake Mary is where you'll find the HOA that won't let you paint your mailbox the wrong shade of beige. Oviedo is a little more relaxed, except for the chickens. They run the place. Lake Mary's got that polished suburb energy. Weekly farmers market, top golf, trails like Seminole County and Cross Seminole, golf courses and parks for picnics, Colonial Town Park with its shops and restaurants. Everything feels newer and planned. There's even a small walkable historic downtown area with shops and restaurants. Dining, you've got upscale spots like Ruth's Chris, Shula's, and Fishbones, plus lots of the popular chains. It has a nice sports complex, which is home of the Lake Mary Little League, winners of the Little League World Series in 2024. The Seminole Soccer Complex is just 5 minutes away. It's great for young pros, families, or retirees wanting convenience. Oviedo is more nature-focused, hiking Black Hammock Wilderness, paddling the Econ River, dog parks, events like food truck nights or Oktoberfest. Rural charm with arcades, breweries, chain restaurants, and of course the iconic Townhouse restaurant with quite possibly the best breakfast in the Orlando area. Yep, the chickens are there too. Oviedo also has a beautiful sports complex with 2 recreation centers, Olympic pools, and the city-owned Twin Rivers Golf Club. Oviedo on the Park is the mixed-use new downtown center of Oviedo, a walkable community hub built around Center Lake Park. It blends outdoor recreation, dining, shopping, events, and residential living. The area offers a variety of restaurants, boutiques, and services, making it a social focal point for residents and visitors alike. And it's got a really cool pop-up food market too. Lake Mary feels a bit more corporate executive with a golf membership. Oviedo feels more Saturday soccer game followed by food trucks and live music. Both Lake Mary and Oviedo have strong appreciation trends and an inexhaustible supply of buildable land. You'll see more high-end commercial development in Lake Mary. In Oviedo, you'll see more residential growth with an expanding retail base. Something relocation videos don't talk about enough is healthcare access, which suddenly matters a lot once you actually live somewhere. Another big plus for families or retirees relocating to North Orlando is that both Lake Mary and Oviedo have relatively new state-of-the-art hospitals right in the community. which is a huge upgrade from some South Orlando areas where you're driving forever for decent care. Lake Mary just got the brand new Orlando Health Lake Mary Hospital, which opened in January 2025. It's a full acute care facility with 124 beds, expandable to 240, ER, labor and delivery, surgery, ICU, the works. It replaced the older South Seminole Hospital in Longwood with modern everything. Oviedo has HCA Florida Oviedo Medical Center, a 78-bed hospital that opened back in 2017. Still pretty new by Florida standards, with a 24/7 ER, stroke and heart care, surgery, and women's services. These spots mean quick access to quality care without the Southside hassle. For retirees or growing families, this is gold. Both rated well for patient safety. Speaking of family perks, let's wrap up with the pros and cons. So here's my no BS verdict after 3 decades of helping people make this choice. Choose Lake Mary if you want new, polished, and planned. You work at a corporate office in Lake Mary or nearby. You like the idea of resort-style amenities. You want that executive neighborhood feel. You don't mind paying a little extra for the Lake Mary brand. I don't mean to make Lake Mary sound snobby, it's really not. There are places in Lake Mary where you can buy a home for $400,000. Choose Oviedo if you want better value for your money. You like a slightly more laid-back vibe while still getting top schools. You work on the east side or at UCF. You think HOA pool parties are overrated. Or if you like chickens. I'm joking about the chickens, but they are part of Oviedo's charm and quirkiness. Look, both are great choices. Both have excellent schools, safe neighborhoods, modern hospitals nearby, and you're avoiding the chaos of South Orlando either way. The question is just which flavor of North Orlando fits you better. And if you want to actually see these areas in person and get the real story on specific neighborhoods, not the sanitized version, reach out to me. I'll tell you which streets to avoid, which builders cut corners, and where you're actually getting value. That's what 30 years plus gets you. And when you do reach out, I'll answer you personally, not AI, not an assistant, not a team member, but me. You'll get the real deal. I'm Doug Packard with Real Living in Orlando. Subscribe if you want more straight talk about Central Florida real estate. And I'll see you in the next one.